All right, let's dive straight into this explainer. Today, we're completely reframing how we interact with modern digital tools by exploring a fascinating framework called the Architect of Intelligence. Look, if you've been using AI in your workflow, your studies, or your research, you already know these tools are incredibly powerful. But the source material we're breaking down today gives us a really comprehensive look at how to use them responsibly. We're going to unpack exactly what ethical AI literacy really means, step by step.
And we're jumping right into the hot seat with a foundational question. Think about your own day-to-day experience. True or false? AI is always right. Take a second and lock in your answer. If you said false, you are spot on. A massive misconception that our sources challenge right out of the gate is this idea of perfect machine intelligence. It's absolutely false. AI makes mistakes, it hallucinates, it carries biases. Recognizing that is literally step one in taking back control of your tech toolkit. So the big takeaway here is that we need to develop actual artificial intelligence literacy to safely navigate all this. It's why more than just knowing how to write a clever prompt. It's a comprehensive framework for ethical engagement. It challenges that infallibility myth we just busted, and more importantly, it shifts our entire mindset. It promotes using technology merely as a supportive tool, not a replacement for your own critical thinking. Basically, you still gotta bring your brain to the table. Okay, moving on to Section 1, the AI infallibility myth, specifically focusing on machine imperfection. So if AI is just an assistant, we completely debunk the myth of the magic answer machine. Machines are not infallible, which means when you get data, you absolutely must verify it. AI cannot replace your critical thinking. You can't just outsource your intellect. Instead, think of technology as a highly capable intern. It's a supportive tool that can gather info and format it, sure, but you're the expert. You have to review the work, spot the flaws, and ultimately make the final call. Let's jump right to Section 2, passive versus active learning, and what it actually means to learn with AI. Time for another quick gut check. Which of these methods actually represents AI helping me think? Is it A, just copying a summary? Or B, using AI to find themes? Which one is the hallmark of true AI literacy?
If you went with option B, you nailed it. Using AI to find themes is exactly the right way to engage. And this perfectly illustrates the difference between the two approaches. Option A, copying a summary, is just passive learning. It totally bypasses your brain. You aren't learning anything. You're literally just moving text from one window to another. But option B, that's active thematic analysis. You're feeding the AI your research, asking it to highlight patterns, and then you are the one actively engaging with those patterns to draw your own conclusions. One method completely replaces your thinking, while the other actually enhances it. To put this into practice, our source explicitly names organizational tools like Notion and Todoist as fantastic ways to actively manage your workflow. Now, these aren't tools that do the thinking for you. They're structural aids. They help you organize that active thematic analysis, keep track of your own critical thoughts, and build a reliable framework for your daily tasks. It is all about using tech to support your process, definitely not to skip it. Which brings us to Section 3. And honestly, this is the most empowering question of the whole explainer. Who is the boss? Ask yourself honestly, when you sit down at your desk to work with these tools, who is actually in charge? When you open up a blank document alongside a chat window, who is directing the ship? Is it A, the AI, or B, you? The answer is always you. The individual learner has to maintain primary control at all times. The source material puts it perfectly, stating, the individual learner must maintain primary control and responsibility over their educational journey. Notice those two key words, control and responsibility. Because AI isn't infallible, if it makes a mistake, the responsibility still falls squarely on you. You are the architect of your own intelligence. You design the structure. The AI is just handing you the bricks. All right, let's bring it all home with Section 4, Rules for Ethical Engagement. Think of this as your daily navigational guide. One final true or false question to really lock in this ethical framework. True or false? You must always cite AI use. Keep in mind everything we just talked about regarding responsibility. It is absolutely true. Academic integrity and proper citation are completely non-negotiable. If a digital tool helped you gather data, find themes, or structure your work, you have to be fully transparent about it. So pulling from our entire assessment today, here is your practical step-by-step framework. Step 1, maintain academic integrity above all else. Step 2, always cite your AI use properly to ensure transparency.
Step 3. Use AI for active thematic analysis and avoid the trap of passive copying. And Step 4. Retain primary control and responsibility over your learning journey. This is your navigational guide for using technology as a supportive tool without ever compromising your own critical thinking.
I really want to leave you with this final thought to ponder the next time you sit down to type out an AI prompt. As you integrate these incredibly powerful tools into your workflow, are you going to be a passive passenger, just blindly trusting a machine and copying its output? Or will you step up as the true architect of your own intelligence, using these tools to build something that is uniquely yours? The choice of how you engage is entirely up to you.